I have worked directly with many YouTube creators recently, and by directly, I mean access to analytics, real conversations with these creators. And I keep seeing this happen, so I'm going to request that before you comment, just hear me out here. Howdy everyone, Nate here. I have been very interested in YouTube Shorts since the beginning of YouTube Shorts, but as I've been working with creators like yourself, I kept seeing a few concerning patterns. So imagine my intrigue when recently I came across this video from the channel The Game Theorist, with a video titled "Why Everyone Hates YouTube Shorts and You Should Too." Naturally, it piqued my interest. Now, while this channel run by MatPat typically covers games and gaming, occasionally we'll get a diamond like this one that's commentary on YouTube as a platform. And this video perfectly summed up a few things I was also seeing.
Just outright pay people to make them. No one really took them seriously still, which is why this year, in 2023, YouTube started pushing them hard. Now when you open your homepage on desktop, you see shorts. When you open your phone to pick a video, oh, you've just randomly showed up in the shorts feed. Sometimes when you're watching YouTube on the TV and it's like, here, would you like to watch a short on a TV with a totally different aspect ratio? Sure, why not?
YouTube as a platform has been making a huge push for shorts recently by making it appear in a lot of different places. They show on the home screen of YouTube on desktop and mobile, not just in the shorts feed, as well as, and this one is very weird to me, in search results. Now, this first point MatPat is making is that YouTube Shorts seem to be kind of taking over the platform and pushing down long-form creators' videos, if for no other reason than the UI or the user interface of YouTube is being dominated by trying to get these shorts seen.
To creators, this surge has had some devastating ripple effects. When you go to the homepage and suddenly 50% of the screen is dominated by short-form video, it means your long-form content gets shared less. At the top of the year, YouTube basically mandated that if you want your channel to continue to be successful, shorts have to be part of your video strategy. And that's kind of an issue when it's a format that takes time and effort to make, but basically earns you $0.
I have seen these effects firsthand also as I have worked with YouTube creators, especially in the realms of the mid to large size creators, or what I might call a momentum zone when a channel is finally starting to reach their pace and seeing some real growth. YouTube Shorts seem to be translating into almost no benefit for these creators. Now, a bit more on what I mean with that here in a moment. First, I wanted to play one more clip.
So what is the big issue? Well, outside of the fact that they lose money, don't translate to long-term viewers, very expensive long-form content, and feel like a pay-to-win model on YouTube.
Yes, and yes. With that last point of feel like a pay-to-win model being chance. They feel like chance. You see, after analyzing this and having many conversations with creators just like yourself, the first issues crop up on the creator side of things, not even the people watching the shorts. So for you as a creator, creating effective YouTube Shorts represents a very different skill set in most cases from standard long-form YouTube content, because what it takes to win with YouTube Shorts is very different than long-form content. And that alone isn't really a big issue because we're always learning, we're always acquiring new skill sets. That's kind of the name of the game. You get good at one thing and then you acquire the next skill. And that's what creates that snowball effect or that constant improvement for us as creators. The big issue comes in when you start to look at the other side of the equation, which is the viewer dynamic of YouTube Shorts. This is what I view as the crux of the problem with YouTube Shorts on the platform right now. On the audience side of things, there are two very distinct viewing behaviors. And again, this video from Game Theory put it very well. You see, with long-form videos, it's an active experience, meaning you are actively choosing what videos to watch. And then when you watch that video, you say, that was interesting. Maybe you look at the suggested videos and you choose to watch another video. Or maybe you say, I'm going to go back and refresh, go back to the homepage. What is YouTube serving up for me? So that again, you're choosing which videos to watch. On the Shorts feed, just like other short-form content platforms, it is not that way. It is a passive viewing experience. You are not choosing which videos are queued up for you. Your behavior is indirectly whether you like the video or you swipe away quickly. But from my experience, YouTube Shorts in most cases, the audience that want to watch those YouTube Shorts are in a very different state of mind than an audience that wants to watch long form. Now let me explain what I mean by that. When I've considered the primary reasons why someone watches YouTube Shorts, I've distilled it down to three things. One, to laugh, learn, or see something new. 2, to get a dopamine hit or distracted because you're bored. Or 3, and this is much less common, to keep up with a creator as an influencer, someone that they like, they will just want to know what's happening for them. Now, the important thing to note here, especially with point 1, is they're not looking for a long experience with either with learning or entertainment. They just want a micro experience. So this goes down to the fundamental differences between shorts and long form videos, because the strategy you as a creator are looking to implement is diametrically different. In fact, as I've worked with these hundreds of creators one-on-one, I have been developing strategies primarily for long form, if I'm honest, that you absolutely do want to be aware of, which I'm going to put a card for you to watch after this if you'd like. But that brings us to what I consider to be the big problem here. As I'm advocating for YouTube creators like yourself, the big problem I am seeing is threefold. Number one, YouTube Shorts do not fit most content types or channel niches. It's not to say that a channel about repairing cars, for example, couldn't make an effective YouTube short. It's just very different. A person that wants to know how to fix their car is not necessarily a person that wants to know how to fix their car on the Shorts feed. So what ends up happening for many creators is when they add a YouTube Shorts to their content mix, it feels forced. Next major issue is they require an entirely separate skill set, which is why I've already said here on this channel, if you are starting off or if you don't feel really solid on one or the other, just choose Shorts or long form and don't try to do both at once. I've seen it distract the efforts of most people I'm working with. And with that, I need to acknowledge that I have some awareness bias because many of the channels that I work with are not in a heavily entertainment space on YouTube. They're oftentimes more in skill sets or sharing stories. And that brings us to the third major problem I am seeing with YouTube Shorts right now. You might remember a while back I published a video to the effect of YouTube Shorts are way more useful for all creators at this point because they added this feature of linking to another piece of content on your channel, and it was in the UI. They could just tap that other piece of content and you could direct them anywhere else on your channel. And on the surface, that seemed awesome. It seemed like it would finally going to accomplish the thing that I wanted YouTube Shorts to do, and that was build the channel as a whole, like raise the entire tide of the viewership. They watch YouTube Shorts, they find you with YouTube Shorts, and then they say, hey, I'm gonna watch your other videos. I'm gonna watch your other YouTube Shorts. This is awesome. However, that isn't matching the reality yet. I'm very hopeful that it will, but up to this point, I am not seeing that happen. In fact, as I've had these discussions with YouTube creators, they seem to only slightly affect long-form viewership at best. Most of these YouTube Shorts viewers are not converting to other types of viewership on most channels. And again, I need to acknowledge here that I do not have access to all of YouTube's data. I wish I did, that would be awesome. I just have to operate off of working in this space where my big priority is helping creators like yourself to be successful on this platform. And I'm simply not seeing the value yet. I'm hopeful, but it's not happening yet. All right, now we need to talk solutions because I don't just want to leave everybody in the lurch of, there's this terrible thing here. So in terms of a big answer to this issue, I actually don't know at this point what I would recommend that the YouTube platform do to solve this, because the issue here is more tricky than you might think. I don't think it's just some little UI change, which is what we've seen attempted previously that didn't seem to be really changing things. I think the core issue here is the difference in the behavior and preferences of the two audience consumption models. Because here's what I'm going to recommend. We talked about all of this. What do I recommend at this point as of publishing this video? Number one, be conscious of where you're allocating your efforts. Don't just do YouTube Shorts because that's what you think everybody should do. And number two, YouTube Shorts still work remarkably well for certain sectors of YouTube. And if that is your experience, I would love to hear what you are doing and how it's working for you. Because there are probably many people watching this that is absolutely their experience. And if that's you, then I want to hear from you. Among all these hundreds of creator conversations that I've had recently, I have seen a strategy emerge that is very effective for growing primarily long-form content on your channel, sometimes supplemented with YouTube Shorts, which I'm absolutely going to recommend you watch next because there are some pretty darn valuable insights that I have found and I share in that video.